So, we hate Stolas now? Since the release of Full Moon and Apology Tour, there has been a lot of fandom discourse. In the beginning it was more like, oh, Stolas also did things wrong, Blitz is not entirely in the wrong, and shit like that, which I agree with. This is not a Stolas defense video, but there are some weird shifts I've noticed since the last week or so since Apology Tour release. Because this is literally Stolas hypocrisy movement! Before we get into the video, here's a quick disclaimer, so please read this before you rush into my comment section. I'm not a Stolas apologist and I do not think that he did everything right. Also, please don't comment anything about my voice. I'm not an 8-year-old, my voice just sounds really young, especially because I'm nervous when I'm speaking for YouTube. Also, I do not have any microphone to record this. Also, please don't comment on my pronunciation. I'm from Germany and English is my second language. Okay, so recently my YouTube feed has been flooded with videos addressing so-called Stolas hypocrisy, and I wanted to talk about these. Most of these videos are videos where they play a line Stolas said in the Apology Tour and then add clips where he said things that debunk the point he made.
Tired of this! I'm uncomfortable with how you're speaking to me now!
You know what happens when I'm lonely, Blitzy?
Oh, God fucking damn it. When I'm lonely, I become hungry. And when I become hungry, I want to choke on that red of yours. Your and lick all of your before taking out your and with more teeth until you're screaming like a fucking baby!
It's so cute when you are serious.
You know, it's quite thrilling to see you on the job, Blitzy.
You knew someone was trying to assassinate me? What if we worked out some kind of exchange?
Favors for favors.
Doesn't that sound
Enticing.
You gotta stop using your fan. I don't look down on you! How many times do I... When have I ever...
Are you afraid to love people, Blitzy? I think you're self-conscious and unfortunate, sir, considering it's often how you treat those.
I don't look down on you! How many times do I... When have I ever...
Who dare threaten my impish little plaything? It isn't supposed to be lent out to itty-bitty ints like yourself. It's been my... Are we your clients who have to wait? Especially that sexy little one there. You, Blitzy. Winners are Striker and my darling Blitzy.
You might notice an extremely common pattern in these videos. If you look closely, you'll notice that almost all of these so-called backup scenes are before Ozzy's. Because the events at Ozzy's had such a big impact on both Stolas and Blitz's character. Saying that Stolas showing his affection never happened is not true. You'll see that since Ozzy's, Stolas has been trying
So fucking hard
to make things comfortable for Blitz. In Full Moon he mentions that Stolas has been giving him opportunities to back out of the arrangement and not come to their monthly meeting to make Blitz feel more free and comfortable in their relationship.
Yeah, the birds started giving me more ways out of our monthly fuck sesh. She'd be all like, oh, Blitzy, I know it's the full moon tonight, but you don't have to come if you don't want to.
In Western Energy, we get a glimpse at Stolas and Blitz's chat history, where he clearly tries to show his affection. Whether or not he is doing a good job at getting this point across is debatable, but you could argue that this man was locked in a castle for 35 years with absolutely no friends and contacts and therefore has absolutely no social skills. It's also worth noting that with his hypersexual behavior, Stolas mimics how Blitz has been acting on their first meetup as adults, because he thinks that Blitz is into that shit.
Well, I mean, how afraid do you want to be?
In Ozzy's, he noticed the way Blitz sees him as someone who only wants him for a sexual purpose, and this arrangement as, well, an arrangement.
Stolas, don't act like what we have is anything but you wanting me to fuck you, okay? You make that really clear all the time.
He extremely toned down the weird public flirting, he didn't force him to meet up anymore, to show how he sees him as more than a plaything and as an equal to him. Again, if Blitz actually understands that Stolas is trying to show him this love and affection is debatable, but that is more rooted in Blitz's self-hatred and shit. But this is about Stolas and his so-called hypocrisy. My problem with the Stolas hypocrisy videos is not that they are saying that the breakup between Stolas and Blitz is not the fault of both of them, because I agree with that. Stolas' actions definitely had different outcomes than he intended and he sure fucked up. What is bothering me is that the videos ignore the layers, development and insights into Stolas' characters we got since Ozzy's. I think that this already goes into victim-blaming territory. Not to say that Stolas is the victim in the situation, but with how much the fandom focuses on the things he did, we completely ignore that Blitz obviously also did things wrong here. From an outside perspective, it literally seems like Blitz did nothing wrong, which is not the case. The argument most of these people have is that Stolas' issues get less focus in the narrative, which is true, but there are some scenes that clearly tell us that this is intentional. For example, here, when Stolas goes,
But maybe it's all on me for missing every sign and every glance and every turn.
only for Tex and Veronica to respond. You can clearly see that he is thinking about the part he played in the breakup, but at the literal Blitz or hate party, the people obviously won't let him take accountability for his experience with Blitz. So, that wraps up what I had to say. This is my first longer video and I usually don't do shit like this, so let me know if you want more rants or analysis videos in the future and tell me your opinion on this topic down below in the comments.